Yeah.
My ability to sleep.
No, it's truly a superpower.
Yeah, I am so grateful for it. Are we here? Hello. Guys,
First stream.
Happy New Year. We're here. We're live for the first time in 2024.
I know. Is this the first piece of like Smosh Games content? Like that's not a marathon?
Whoa.
Wow.
Pretty sick.
It's 7 a.m. and I have not slept.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Well,
I've been up since 7:30 a.m. That's
I've been
crazy.
I've been up since 6 a.m.
Oh.
Beat you.
Can anyone top that?
Did anyone beat me earlier than 6 a.m.?
Room's awfully quiet.
Wow. Okay. Well, it was
6:30.
gorgeous at 6 a.m. today, and only I witnessed it.
Did you watch the sun come up?
No, it wasn't up yet. I do hate that it's dark when I wake up. It's a real bummer. So I'm excited for that to change in a few months.
I think it's gonna be less than that.
Is it gonna be less?
Like, I think the sunset is gonna be at like 7 p.m. like this month, I think.
Got a lot of 5:30 gang in the chat. Some people saying 4, some people saying 3. Someone said 20 a.m.
Whoa.
Military time.
Someone said they're Filipino.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. My newborn.
What time did you wake up? I'm Filipino. Okay. Hell yeah. Guys, today we are talking about our favorite things from 2023. I've been doing a lot of thinking. I'm one of those people that likes to think about.
Me too.
At the end of a year, I'm like, what was my favorite movie of this year? What was my favorite TV show? I kind of keep those lists in my head at all times.
So this is something I meant to ask you about. Are you on Letterboxd?
I'm not on Letterboxd. I should get on.
I think you should. It's fun to like catalog stuff. I see how it's like, because you can get wrapped up in it. Like you can like people are kind of annoying on there, but like in terms of just like purely cataloging, it's really good.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, if I'm like, what did I watch this year? I can just scroll back.
I also love reading like certain people's reviews of things.
Yeah.
Is Hideo Kojima on Letterboxd?
I don't know. The only person, the only like quote unquote influencer, he's not an influencer, I follow is Mike Flanagan, who did like House of Usher and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's
so
cool.
It's cool seeing like what a director is watching.
Yeah, no, that's really dope. Someone said love the fit, Shane. Thank you. Someone asked, are these new pants? Yes, they are. They are new pants. Starting the year off with some nice raw denim jeans. Got to break them in though.
Dude, Shane for Christmas, let me spoil this. He got me a nice little gift card.
Yeah.
To a website that sells denim. So I got some on the way.
Hell yeah, dude.
So we're gonna be raw. We're gonna be raw as
hell. Raw denim boys.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if the ones I got are raw.
They probably are. I think they all
Roar.
I think they all are.
Dude, what if they had like raw or XD jeans?
Well, I don't know. I'm not versed enough. I'm not versed enough to know if all selvage jeans are raw or if all raw jeans are selvage. But they're selvage jeans, so they're pretty sick. But they're strong.
Yeah.
Also, someone said, "How about them Broncos?" Yeah, my first prediction of the year failed.
What was your prediction? What was the first one?
I predicted that. No, it wasn't the first one, but it was one of mine. Is that the Broncos would lose the AFC Championship. They didn't make the playoffs. They completely crumbled to the ground by the end of the season. Can't be too surprised. They did far better than I expected.
That's great.
Thanks.
Are the 49ers going to make the playoffs?
They are not only in the playoffs, they are one of the best teams.
Okay. Who do you think the Super Bowl is going to be?
The predictable Super Bowl is Ravens 49ers, but I don't think that's what it's going to be. I have truly no idea.
So wait, you have a prediction, but that's not what you think it'll be?
Well, that's what it's like. Those are the two best teams. If I were to say my prediction, okay, let's get weird here. I think it could be Bills. I'm gonna go with
Someone said the Kings.
I'm gonna say Bills 49ers.
Are the Bills from Buffalo?
Yes.
Wow.
I don't know. The Ravens should get there. I just am like, the best team never makes it. But I don't know. I like a lot of the teams that are out there. The Lions are great. There's some
Me at the zoo. Lions are great.
Lions are cool.
I love the Ravens.
Dolphins are nice.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of animals that made it into
Yeah.
the playoffs this year. You got the Dolphins, the Ravens, the Bills, or I guess the Bills aren't. The Bills are technically
Duckbill.
The Bills are technically named after a like those singing quartets, like the like
Oh, the guys from Family Guy.
that's what the Buffalo Bills technically are. Anyways, moving on from football, do we want to talk about some of our favorite shit?
Let's get into it. Let's get into our favorite. Let's start with movies.
Okay. Movies overall, my number one, pretty easy. It is ultimately Barbie. That was the most fun I had in a movie this past year. However, there's a lot of movies I loved. But I walked out of Barbie with that. You know when you walk out of a movie and you know it's like, you walk out and you're just feeling so amped?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I laughed so hard. I just was mesmerized by it. I had such a good time. So it's number one for just the sheer entertainment value.
I have a confession. I didn't love what I watched of Barbie,
Okay.
but I didn't finish it. I went home for the holidays and I didn't get to finish it because my sisters were watching with me and they had to go and I was like, oh, I don't want to finish this solo, so I didn't finish it.
Okay, that's fair.
But I owe it a finish because I didn't see that. I didn't see Oppenheimer. I've been in my fake cinephile era.
I saw Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
That movie's super impressive. I have no problem with Oppenheimer winning a bunch of awards because it was really well done. It was like so cool. The time goes by very fast. I did see Godzilla -1. That's high up there for me.
That's the one movie that I'm like, fuck, I need to see that before it leaves theaters. I think it's going to.
Yeah.
Or I think it's gonna stay for a little bit.
There were a lot of movies that like just stood out as being just really awesome and burned in my memory. Godzilla -1, Talk to Me, I've talked about a lot. Friggin' loved it.
Did you see the Talk to Me hamburger helper glove?
No.
They're like selling it on a.
That's insane.
It's like it's a perfect model of the it's sick.
Yeah, I haven't seen Wonka. I did see Bottoms. Bottoms was super unique, really funny. I felt like the pacing was a little weird at times.
It was,
but
it didn't feel super. Like there was like a lot of talent involved, but it didn't feel super well made.
It felt to me like a giant sketch, which I don't even think is a bad thing. I was so like. I was like, I have not seen a movie like this.
Yeah.
But I really liked it, and I understand if a lot of people say it's their favorite. What was another one that someone mentioned? Oh, I did see FNAF, and I didn't like it. But it just wasn't what I was expecting or wanted from it.
Did you see Boy and the Heron?
I haven't yet. I still need to see that. I really want to. I'm sure I'm going to love it. I heard it's weird as hell, but I'm not too surprised. I have not seen Saltburn yet, but I have seen The Scene, and that's cool.
The bathtub one?
Yeah, people talk about it. They're like, "Oh my god, that scene from Saltburn." And I'm like,
dude, did you know? Like, cause
not that crazy.
I watched not a lot. I watched it was one video. I watched Barry. How do you say his last name?
Keegan?
Barry Keegan.
Is that how you
Barry Keoghan, the Irish feller from that.
Oh.
And he was kind of talking about. It seemed like a lot of that was improvised.
Apparently, like, what I saw the thing where he's like, "Yeah, I wanted to be fully naked for that scene."
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just like, "All right, dude."
But I guess there's a scene where, like, spoiler alert, he kind of like fucks a grave. But he's like, okay, like the camera's like, like we're gonna do a take, and he's like, I'm just gonna kind of feel it out.
Yeah.
And then so like that was how we felt it out. I think he's a weird little guy.
He's a weird little dude. What was the other one?
Someone said Keoghan.
Keoghan. Guardians 3, people are mentioning. I loved it. Dark as fuck. That was probably the most messed up. Dude, there was like a little kid near me when I saw it. And that kid left the theater crying at one point. And I remember sitting there being like, I almost need to walk out too, man. I can't handle this shit. Spider-Verse, I need to see again. That was, Spider-Verse was great. I don't think it was as good as the first because the second one really was like, okay, it feels like this is meant to be part of another movie.
Yeah.
And there was so much in it that I was like, what I liked about Into the Spider-Verse is it felt a little more concise. I really want to see Iron Claw. I have
I heard
not
it was
seen
really
that.
good. I didn't see D&D. I heard D&D was really good.
Oh, that was high up
Yeah.
there for me. D&D is not necessarily one of my like top 3 of last year, but it's just an awesome movie. Like I'm just like that's another one where I'm like, God, I loved it. I had such a great time.
I also didn't see Beau's Afraid. That's what I really want to see.
I tried. I couldn't. I got 40 minutes in and I was like,
and
I'm
you
done.
got afraid.
I'm done. I got afraid. No, I just couldn't do it. I was like, this is too much for
Mission
me.
Impossible.
And I love that director.
I saw like realistically, I saw like 4 movies this year. So my favorite movie was probably Mission Impossible.
I loved Mission Impossible.
It was so sick. I just like I saw it in a theater and I was like, yeah, I mean that's why I go to the theater.
Yeah. Oh, and I haven't seen
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Ninja Turtles.
I haven't seen Ninja Turtles.
Um,
I did see Asteroid City. I wasn't a huge fan.
I tried to do Asteroid City as well, and I couldn't get through it.
Oh, I did see Indiana Jones. Bad.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was.
I kind of refuse. I am such an Indiana Jones fan, the original 3, and I saw the 4th one, and I pretend that I didn't, and I'm not going to see this new one. I have no problem if people see the new ones. They're like, oh, it's incredible. I'm like, that's great, man. Like I don't believe in the whole like, oh, the new one ruined the whole franchise. I'm like, no, it's whatever. But I like the original 3. That's all I need. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick was
no,
that
that was
that's
end of
2022.
2022.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say. But yeah, I feel like Barbie and Talk to Me are definitely in my top 3. I know that. The
Someone
third
said Saw 10, dude. I heard
it's
Saw
good.
10 was pretty good.
I heard it's good. I have not seen Poor Things either, but I really want to.
I think that might have been Keanu's.
I want to see it. I also need to see Past Lives. I almost watched that the other night.
What's the new guy from the Sexy Beast director? Is that Anatomy of a Fall? That was like Olivia's favorite movie. She was saying.
Interesting.
It's the guy who did Sexy Beast, and then he did what's the Under the Skin? I think.
Oh, that movie rocks.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but Sexy Beast. Is one of my
you
favorite
should watch
movies.
Under the Skin. That movie is creepy as hell. But yeah, Barbie, Talk to Me. I'd say that third spot.
Did you see Skinamarink?
No.
It's playing tonight. I think
I'm not gonna see Skinamarink.
It's playing tonight at I think it's playing tonight. At,
I've seen clips and I'm like, no.
I would be terrified.
No.
Everyone who's like, oh, it was boring. I'm like, clearly you didn't watch it in a location where you were like open to being scared. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're totally scared of completely different things.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see Maestro.
I heard it was okay.
I say I saw it. We made my mom turn it off because we were just yawning. Oh, Zone of Interest. That was the movie I was thinking of.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was seeing how loud I could yawn before my mom would turn it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
The girl who got gout.
I didn't see Fast X. This is the first Fast movie that I didn't see in theaters.
I didn't see 9 or 10.
I saw 9, and I remember kind of just being like, all right. I was Fast 5 through 8. I was like all in, and then my interest just started to wane a little bit. I think I'm getting a little tired of franchises, man. This past year was the first year where I started to fall off of Marvel, fall off of Star Wars, fall off of Fast and the Furious, and I'm starting to really love like original movies and TV shows. Like, and I always have.
Yeah.
But I'm really seeking that out more. I'm feeling more hype for original shit. I just want new stories now. So that's where I'm at. But there's a ton of movies on my to-watch list from this past year because there's so much good shit.
No, it's Maestro, not Maestro. I was like, it doesn't sound right, but I'm gonna say
Did you
it.
see the thing where he said that he studied for
Like 6
one
years.
scene for 6 years?
Yeah.
Insane.
Then
No,
you see
he's just
then
probably
people were
sick.
posting the videos of Tom Cruise conducting the orchestra for Mission Impossible 3 and 4. Just like,
Yeah.
The Creator, I heard was fine.
Yeah.
May December, I heard that was crazy. Did you watch that?
I need to see May December. People were talking about that. The plot sounds nuts. So I'll check it out. I have too many movies on my list.
So let's move on to TV shows.
Okay.
I think I watched like one, and I didn't even fucking finish it, but I loved it, and it was.
I watched a lot of TV shows, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
recall all of them. I tend to forget sometimes. So if shout out your favorite TV shows, and I will see it and I will see if.
Blue Eye Samurai.
So
yeah.
the problem is recency bias.
Yeah.
For Blue Eyed Samurai.
And we're always talking about that.
We're also talking about recency bias. Blue Eyed Samurai was fucking awesome. That movie or that show rocks so much. It's in my top 3. I don't even think that's recency bias. That show kicked so much ass. House of Usher, I did watch. I loved most of it. The ending, I felt a tiny bit underwhelmed, to be completely honest with you.
I need to finish it because I watched the first 3 episodes and I was like, this is so fucking good.
It's a great show though. It's worth watching.
Yeah.
The Bear is number 1. The Bear is, in my opinion, the best show on television. I love that show. I did watch Beef. That was really, really great.
Courtney says, hey, freaks.
Go away, Courtney. Go away. The Curse, I watched 2 episodes. Alex and I were talking about it. I watched 2 episodes, and then I need to continue, but god damn, that's rough. It is a hard show to watch.
I saw a bunch of people saying Reacher. I heard Reacher
Oh,
really
man.
fun.
I get served clips of Reacher, and I've had it described where it's like, so the point of Reacher is that this guy is so big that there's no problem that he's not just too large enough to solve. Like, he just beats up everyone.
Did you ever see the first Tom Cruise one?
No, but I think it's really funny that they cast him now.
People were pissed.
Knowing that Reacher's supposed to be
he's supposed to look like
he's supposed to be the biggest man you've ever seen,
Yeah.
and that's the point of the whole story.
But here's my counterpoint: the Tom Cruise movie rocks.
Okay.
And that was their first collaboration, and then Tom Cruise liked that director so much he was like, hey, why don't you come on and make these Mission Impossible movies? So that's why the new Mission Impossible movies are so good, because it's the same director.
This past year did have some really sick live action anime shit. One Piece was so surprisingly dope. And also, I thought Yu Yu Hakusho kicked ass.
It?
I watched all of it.
I had no idea.
I loved it. But
The Crown was another good live action anime.
Yeah. The Crown is always a great live action anime. The Crown's actually a great show. But One Piece ultimately was the best one. That was a huge surprise. That show rocked. People are mentioning like Ahsoka. I watched most of Ahsoka, but I felt super underwhelmed by it. I just kind of was like, I don't care. The stakes in Star Wars are gone for me. Like, there's just, I don't know what to say. Like, I love the universe still. I still love Star Wars as a whole, but the shows, I just have kind of felt like, I don't care. Like, to be honest, that's just, that's not even I don't have an opinion on it. I just don't feel anything
it's kind of crazy how much they've killed my, like, the fact that they made a whole show, like, really focusing on the prequels, like the Obi-Wan show, like, years before I'd have been like, this like, that would have been, like, my most anticipated, like, thing ever. And by the time it came out, I was like, I really don't, like, I think that was last year. Was Obi-Wan not last year?
No, it was 2022.
Oh, never mind.
Right? It's got to be 2022. Yeah, it's 2022. Last year, though, was Ahsoka and there was something else. Mandalorian? Oh my god, and I forgot about it.
Yeah, like nobody, like they kind of destroyed it really quickly.
Yeah.
Because
Andor was dope.
Yeah.
Andor I watched all of and I fucking loved. Andor rocks. But it didn't even feel like a Star Wars show at times. A show that nobody's really mentioning that's high up, could be a top 3 for me, is Physical 100 on Netflix. Yeah. It was that Korean physical competition show, and that was awesome. People are mentioning Last of Us. I did like Last of Us a lot, but the more time that passes,
it's just like
the more that I'm like, oh, it's a little forgettable.
Yeah.
But I did love it. I'm excited for the second season. So, but it's not like in my top 3.
They got to take a lot of shit. They got to handle a lot of shit in season 2.
I hope they just go for it.
Oh, they have to go.
I loved the second game. I know it's very controversial. I know a lot of people don't like it, and they're like, oh, because its revenge is bad, whatever. But I'm like, so are so many games that we love. I don't know. But whatever. I hope they just are true to it. Ted Lasso, this season that came out last year, I kind of fell off of, and I loved the first 2 seasons.
Did you watch Barry?
I didn't finish this last season. I need to get
I heard
on
it was
that.
awesome.
Barry is an incredible show, and I've heard the final season was awesome.
Like said, Cobra Kai.
I didn't watch the last season of Cobra Kai.
People who love Cobra Kai
Cobra
love
Kai is
Cobra
really
Kai.
fun. It's super cheesy. Some of the acting can be pretty bad. Some of the writing can be very silly, but it's very fun because it has that cheesy 80s vibe to it. It's a fun show. It's very fun. Let's see. I'm trying to think of animes that I watched. I did watch Pluto. I was telling you about that.
Yeah.
Pluto's that retelling of Astro Boy. I really liked that a lot. I didn't watch the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen. I need to check that out.
Did you watch season 2 of Vinland Saga?
Yes, I finally finished that.
That came in a lot of people's like #1 spot.
It's so dramatic and like a slow burn. It doesn't feel like an anime.
I need to watch it because season 1's one of my favorites, and I know season 2 is like a big departure.
Super big departure.
Did y'all watch Scott Pilgrim?
I haven't watched it yet.
I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, I think I'm kind of over it. I was huge into Scott Pilgrim when I was like 20.
Interesting.
And it feels like
I loved it. I read the books. I loved the
Yeah.
movie, but I don't know. I haven't watched the show yet.
Yeah,
I heard that it's a new like plot line, which I think is cool.
Watch Scavenger's Reign yet?
Scavenger's Reign.
Yeah. It's like a sci-fi. Like these people are stranded on a planet.
Interesting.
I don't know if they're.
Oh, I've heard about this. I've heard it's freaking sick.
Yeah, I've watched the first few episodes of it, and
I need
probably watch the rest.
I need to check that out. I will check that out. I'm trying to think of I don't know if I watched much anime otherwise. I hit a point with Attack on Titan where I'm like, oh, I need to go back to the beginning and rewatch this entire show.
Did you finish it?
No, I haven't. I didn't.
People liked the ending.
I've heard they love the ending. I just am like, oh, I need to restart this because I feel a little lost.
Yeah, no,
on
that's
these recent seasons. So I'm like, just gonna restart it.
That's been me with the manga. I've started the manga and gotten like halfway through it, and then I'm like, I just get kind of overwhelmed, and then I stop, and then I come back, and I'm like, I don't remember anything.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was some other shit that wasn't there another anime that I did watch? And I'm trying to recall.
Well, I guess Delicious in Dungeon is this year.
Yeah, Delicious in Dungeon is this year, which is very cool. Jury Duty is a good show from last year. It's not in my top lists, but really cool, really fun. I've not watched Abbott Elementary. I haven't watched sitcoms much in a minute, which is funny. I wasn't even watching Goldberg's.
Dude, what if you were on Abbott Elementary?
Oh my God, I would kill to be on Abbott Elementary. You kidding me? That's the show to be on now. It's the #1. Severance wasn't last year, was it? Was Severance 2023?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Oh, Gen V. I did watch Gen V. Loved it. Love that universe. Love those shows. Super sick. I have not watched Succession. I know I need to, but it's such a commitment now because there's a bunch of seasons to watch. John Pork, I did watch. That's definitely top 3.
We got big into John Pork this year.
Super into John Pork. Big John Pork fan. And I did watch the Castlevania show. I'm such a fan of the animated Castlevania. There was it's a new era. It's I think this one was Richter.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like 1700s France now. It's really dope. Do we want to move on to video games?
Yeah, I'm pulling up my thing of what we wanted to discuss today, faves of 2023. So yeah, my fave book. Well, let's do favorite video games first because this could take a minute.
Video games. Moving on to video games. I did play a lot of video games in 2023.
I didn't play as many as I wanted to. I played I played time wise, but I didn't play the variety. Like there were some big ones. Like I didn't get to do Spider-Man 2. I didn't get to do Alan Wake 2, even though I bought both of them. I didn't get to play Baldur's Gate 3, even though that was like everyone's favorite one. I didn't get to finish Jedi Survivor, even though I was fucking loving it.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised to already see a bunch of Baldur's Gate 3 in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to play it on PlayStation, and I really struggled with the interface. I was like, oh, I want to do this, and I was like, how the hell do I do this? And I'm like, if I had a freaking mouse
Dude, what
and I
if,
could click on
yeah.
things, I would be cruising through this and I'd be making crazy decisions. Um,
Is,
but
is there local co-op, Alex?
Yes.
So what if we played on a stream?
I'd be super down.
Because I mean,
would,
that would be like my first time playing.
oh yeah, yeah. I would love to do that.
Guys, what if we monetized playing a game?
I would be super into that. But
Mario,
everything I hear, like when people describe things or I see clips from Baldur's Gate 3, every single thing I see, I'm like, yeah, it's the best game
Yeah.
in a while.
It's just
I
like
get it.
how unanimously it kind of swept
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I mean, I'm like, that's so much depth. And it's the type of depth that people have been looking for a long time. Like they've been making games bigger
mhm.
and they're just making a bunch of empty space. They're like, look at how far you can walk around in this empty space. Like Starfield, I think was like, they made this game so big,
Starfield,
but
yeah.
it lacked what people wanted, which is like character depth and depth of choices and consequences.
I got really bummed the longer the more space I have from Starfield, like thinking back, like, you know, I texted Ian a little bit about this over the break, and it was just kind of talking about how Skyrim, it's like, it's a way smaller world, but it's like whenever you walk somewhere, like if you walk from a town to another town, you're gonna run into like caves and like bandits and like all these other like kind of things that like you'll just kind of see along the way. Whereas in Starfield, it's like, oh, I'm gonna fly from this planet to this planet, and there's just it's like a cutscene in between, and it's just that you don't get that like tangible exploration or like that emergent, like you're not running into things, you're just kind of like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I want to go to this planet, I want to go to this planet, like
I have a little bit of a hot take. Is that for me, a lot of times fast travel ruins games.
no, absolutely.
It takes away the actual fun
Yeah.
of the game. And where I really try to avoid fast travel is in Zelda, which is my obvious #1 game of last year. Tears of the Kingdom was freaking perfect for me. I just love those games. They do something for me specifically, and I'm so into them. But Tears of the Kingdom, when I play Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, I avoid fast travel. I truly am like, oh, I need to go across the map. All right, I'm going to slowly make my way there. And then so much shit happens.
Yeah.
And that game specifically is so about just kind of observing around you. I love Tears of the Kingdom. I still don't know if I like it more than Breath of the Wild. There's something about Breath of the Wild that I love. Even though Tears of the Kingdom I could spend more time in now because there's so much more shit.
Once the building or like the crafting or building, whatever you want to call it, in Tears of the Kingdom clicked, I was like, this game is incredible.
Yeah, I've been meaning to pick it back up again lately. But that one was awesome. I played Mario Wonder, which
Mario Wonder was fun.
incredible.
I don't think we liked it as much as Alex did.
Alex, was that your #1?
It honestly might be. I really.
Wow, might be his #1.
I'll have to think about that.
Let's see, what else did I play? Oh, Dave the Diver. I spent a ton of time playing. It could be my top 3 because that game was so unique and it just really was like a fun time.
They just keep throwing shit at me.
Yeah, man.
Like, I just got the farm,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like,
There's a lot of
God,
shit.
they just keep throwing mechanics at me.
There's a
Like,
lot
just
of
as
shit.
soon as I think I'm like getting into like the groove, it's like, oh, by the way, like you're raising fish now.
Yeah.
It's
A lot
like,
of it's optional too. You don't even like need to do it.
that's true. I just got to remind myself of that. But like, you want to like, you know,
Yeah.
there is like the kind of thought school where it's like I need to like kind of pay attention to all these and like really focus and like build up all these things. But it's incredible.
Oh yeah, it's a great game. People are mentioning Sea of Stars. I have that downloaded. I just haven't started it yet.
Oh yeah, it's on Game Pass.
I've seen some insane clips from it, and I'm like, damn, that happens in it. Okay, but I love classic RPGs, so
Yeah.
but it's just I haven't been in the zone for that. But I
And
have it
it's-
downloaded.
Someone said Alan Wake 2 is a must play even if you haven't played the first one. That one I bought like launch day. I installed it, and I just like haven't been in like, it's like Sea of Stars. I haven't been in like the mood to. It's like, okay, like I
Yeah.
need to like get in the mood to play this. Hi-Fi Rush and the other one, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Those were in a lot of people's. Those are kind of like the Jet Set Future esque games, so which are apparently amazing. And then
Cool.
people are asking us if we're gonna do the Elden Ring DLC. I would fucking love to.
Maybe I've never done DLCs for like Soulsborne games in a while.
They're some of the best parts.
I know. I never did it for Bloodborne. I never did it. I only did it for Dark Souls 1.
Oh, the Artorias DLC.
I did. I beat Manus without cheats or anything, or without like cheesing it. I full on went in there and I beat Manus.
I think that's the one where I haven't done the DLC for it.
Yeah.
Because I always forget to. You got to unlock it in a weird way.
Yeah, you do. It's very strange, but yeah. So for me, Tears of the Kingdom.
Did you do Resident Evil 4 remake?
I don't do Resident Evils. I watch them. I watch people play them.
Resident Evil 4 remake was fun.
I love going onto YouTube and watching someone play through a Resident Evil. That's really fun. Because they're way too intense to play.
4 is like about as intense. 4 and 8 are like about as good as I can take it.
Was God of War last year? No, that was 2022. Okay. And then Lethal Company, I really wish I could play.
And we haven't played Watermelon Game yet.
Watermelon Game?
Alex, have you played Watermelon Game?
Yeah, it's great.
It was like this viral fucking like stacking game.
Okay.
It was on Switch.
Sick.
And then we did some Lego Fortnite. I've enjoyed this Fortnite season. Pikmin 4, I forgot was this year.
I haven't played a Pikmin since GameCube.
I heard Pikmin 4 was great.
I'm sure. I freaking loved the original Pikmin.
But I didn't do the Cyberpunk DLC, but I heard it was really good. The Liberty.
I've heard too. I don't know.
Iron Lung. That wasn't that. But yeah, Jedi Survivor was really good. But something came out. Tears of the Kingdom came out, so I stopped playing it.
There you go. What came out before Tears of the Kingdom that I was playing? I'm trying to think. No, I was playing Breath of the Wild leading up to Tears of the Kingdom. I truly played Breath of the Wild for like a couple months before Tears of the Kingdom, and I was not burned out. Oh, actually, a game I was hooked on for like a few weeks was Party Animals. I got we played it here. I went home, I downloaded it, and I got really fucking good at it for a couple weeks, and I was beating the shit out of
You
people.
always get, because you had the big Fall Guys phase.
I know. Oh, man. I love games like Fall Guys and stuff at the beginning when everyone sucks at it.
Yeah.
Because it's chaos. I love games that are chaos and there's an element of luck and it's just stupid. People then get really good and then you got to strategize too much and I'm like, I'm done.
I totally forgot I played and beat Wolong Fallen Dynasty this year. It was like a Souls-like.
Okay.
But also, Mortal Kombat 1 was fun. Dude, we didn't even talk about Armored Core. That shit rocked.
I didn't really play it.
Yeah,
I played a little bit here, but
it was really good. Yeah, I wasn't here for the stream when you guys played it.
Yeah, I did okay. I think I did pretty okay.
Once you get like into like a flow, it's sick as hell.
From Progressive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like that's gaming.
Oh, someone said they played Atomic Heart. I did too. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It's fine.
But no, another game I really want to play. When we did I got a code for Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
Oh.
And
you said that game rocked.
It like everything I've seen from it, it seems sick. But I also like their Far Cry games. So it's like Far Cry, but on Pandora.
Got it.
But yeah, so that's our favorite video games of the year.
Pretty solid.
Favorite books.
Favorite books of last year. Well, I recommended. So these aren't books that came out last year.
Oh yeah.
Because that's too tough. These are books that I read last year. So I did read a lot of big ones. And people, I was tweeting about how I'm reading a lot lately. I've got my January list of books.
January.
But last year, some big ones I read. I read Priory of the Orange Tree, which was really dope. That was a gift that Damien had gotten me the year before, but it took me a few months to be like, all right, I'm going to read this. It was really great. The final climax of the book, I was a little not. I was like, this could have been more.
Sell me on the book.
Oh, it's a high fantasy. Dragons are gone, but they're now surging back. And there's this big dragon that's about to come and end the world or kind of thing, and it's intense high fantasy. kind of like a two nations
Yeah.
across the sea from each other that are at each other. That there's a lot of politics. It's very political.
Is it kind of game? It sounds like Game of Thrones.
It's Game of Thrones-esque, but there's a little more romance in it,
Yeah.
a little more like poeticism to it. It's not as grungy as Game of Thrones. It's a little more.
Okay.
It's a little more like high fantasy.
Because that was one of the books I read this year. Was the whatever the one the show's based on, the new one, House of Dragons.
Oh, you read that?
Let me see. I'm looking at my Audible. I didn't read it. I listened to it. Fire and Blood. Yeah, really liked it.
Interesting. I recommended to you a book that was one of my favorites of last year, which I had gotten served on Book Talk a bunch, which is Between Two Fires, which is basically Dark Souls in a like Bible context. It's biblical fantasy, so it's a fantasy novel, but all of its fantasy is based on like real biblical type of folklore. So
this time the angels are real.
Yeah, but like when magic or any shit happens in it, it's like, oh, but this is the type of stuff you see in the Bible, so it's weird.
Yeah, like if you look at an angel, like you go crazy.
Yeah, it follows that type of stuff. Truly scary. There's some horrific scenes in it.
Not for the faint of heart.
No. And then someone just messaged what I think is my favorite book of last year, which is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. That book, it rocks. It's just your typical fiction. It's about a group of friends who create they become video game developers in the 90s. And it's very much like Social Network, where it's about like they have something that it becomes super successful, but it's about how working together and creating something together splits their friendship apart, and trying to maintain that creative work relationship while also
everyone I know who's read it, it's like their favorite of.
It was just really good. And there's one like section, this one like basically it's a monologue that is just so like heart-wrenching.
Alex, did you read that one?
I got like halfway through.
Alex DNF'd.
Alex didn't.
No, that's. I mean, so I bought the audiobook, and then I didn't like the narrator, or I didn't like the.
It's tough.
But I think I have a physical copy. I think I might have Kiana's physical copy. So that should be. I mean, I need to make a list of books I want to read this year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm looking at ones I read. I read Between Two Fires, If It Bleeds by Stephen King, which was fine. I DNF'd Red, White, and Royal Blue. I could not handle that writing.
I love that Kiana had was like, you need to read that.
It was so corny. Eyes of the Dragon was pretty good. That was like Stephen King's it's kind of like his Game of Thrones.
Okay.
He wrote it back in the 80s, probably like at the same time as George R.R. Martin.
Okay.
Revival by Stephen King, which was pretty good. Interview with a Vampire, I couldn't really get into.
Okay.
I read Quentin Tarantino's book, Cinema Speculation. I read Fire and Blood. Oh, and then I finally finished Dune. No, I don't know.
You read a lot. I've got my list here.
Yeah.
I found it. Another one high up there is Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. It's a weird fantasy novel. Really weird. It's kind of a novella. I really don't know how to describe it, except that it's like about a dream world, sort of. But I also don't want to like spoil it, and by explaining the book, I'd be spoiling it. It's one of those that I went in not knowing anything, and I was grateful for it. So it was super good. The book I read at the top of last year, and the sequel's out now, is She Who Became the Sun, which is a historical fiction fantasy about like a retelling of I think I want to say it's like 1300s China.
Oh.
And it's really cool.
Did you read Three Body Problem this year?
I finished Three Body Problem.
Oh, because you've been, yeah.
I finished Death's End early last year, and I am obsessed with that series.
See the trailer?
I did see the trailer. Looks crazy. I don't know how they're gonna do it. That series goes places and does shit that is so unbelievably insane that I No idea. They're gonna have to change a lot. I can already tell they've changed a lot in the trailer. I'm fine with that. My favorite parts of it are just like the big conceptual stuff. Um, let's see.
Someone said they read a bunch of Agatha Christie's. I read my first Agatha Christie, I think last year. It was what's like her most famous one? What? No, it's where they're all in the. This is not going to be helpful, but where they're all in the house.
And then there were none. Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. Dan Stevens read the audiobook, and right now I'm listening to Frankenstein read by Dan Stevens.
Cool. Frankenstein's good. I read Annihilation.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It was interesting. Very different from the movie.
See, I haven't seen the movie, but I read the book.
Interesting. Yeah, the book I liked.
I heard the movie's better.
Movie's way scarier.
Yeah.
The book is just weird. I read The Daughter of Dr. Moreau, which is a good book.
The what of Dr.
It's
Moreau?
The Daughter of Dr. Moreau.
Didn't know he had a kid.
Sylvia Marina Garcia is I believe she wrote Mexican Gothic, so she writes these like Gothic horror novels. But this one was more just sci-fi based, but she kind of likes to do retellings of like, older types of things.
Is it like a sequel to I Love Dr. Moreau?
No, it's like here's the story from a different perspective sort of thing.
I read a great. I don't know if it was this year, last year, but there was a guy who did a lot of. Is H.G. Wells? Is that I Love Dr. Moreau?
I don't think. Yes, H.G. Wells I think is.
This guy did a bunch of comic adaptations of. But there's an I Love Dr. Moreau one where the art's incredible. I got to show you the.
Okay.
Really good shit.
I read a lot of horror, like classic, or not classic, but just like top horror novels. I read Ring.
I want to read Ringu.
Yeah, very different, similar but different from the movie. I haven't seen the movie in a long time. I feel like what made the movie.
I haven't seen the Japanese. I haven't seen
what made the
one.
book super messed up was not the supernatural elements. There's a character in it who's like really messed up, and you're just like, ugh. One of my favorites from last year is this sci-fi book called Dark Matter, which is like kind of like a multiverse type of book that is really good. It's like a really good thriller. And then a book. So proof that I am not the chosen is that I tried to read Neuromancer and I could not fucking do it.
William Gibson.
Could not do it. I gave up pretty fast. I was like, dude.
I've tried to read. There's like another one of those, like kind of any of those like kind of like weird future fantasy. It's the guy who did Clive Barker. Did it, and I was like, I don't understand this. Let me see what it's called. Weave World, which is like it's about a magical world that is hidden inside a tapestry known as the Fugue to safeguard it from both inquisitive humans and hostile supernatural foes. And I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Someone said the audiobook of Neuromancers more.
I might do that. No, I'm not saying Neuromancer was bad. I'm saying I struggled. I struggled. Like I was flying. Like I was on a flight when I was trying to read it. That book is just complicated. Like it's just creating such a world that I was like, what's going on? I couldn't picture what was happening. I gave up on it. I still own it, so I might revisit it. Chosen is More Snow Crash, which I have read, and that book's cool.
Is that William Gibson too?
No, it's Stevenson, Neil Stevenson, I want to say it is. Someone mentioned Crescent City. I read Crescent City. I liked it. I haven't read the sequel, but I wasn't like super jammed on it by the end. I was kind of like, okay. But it is epic. It is sick.
We should do like like Obama releases his like top but like from like The Chosen.
Yeah, The Chosen. That'd be really. What were the most chosen books of? That's such a fun category. Like, what was the most chosen movie? What was the most chosen book? What was the most chosen?
We haven't talked about the Venture Brothers movie, but I didn't see it.
I haven't
seen
it yet. I haven't finished the series. I watched a bunch of it. I rewatched a bunch of it last year, and I never finished it.
Someone said Bill Watterson made a fantasy. Kiana got that for me for Christmas.
What is it?
Bill Watterson. He did Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh,
He did like
cool.
a it's essentially a picture book, but it's
Awesome.
it's pretty good.
That's badass.
Yeah.
I did read. I'm caught up like on the big like volumes of Berserk. So I've
yeah.
read most of Berserk. I've never watched
Seriously.
any of it.
Dude, I'm fully caught up on Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, I'm caught up on Calvin and Hobbes and Berserk.
I think Bill Watterson ever read Berserk.
Probably. Do you think Hideo Kojima has read Berserk?
Probably.
Um,
He's probably he's like a consumer of media.
Yeah, he is. People are asking if I read comics. I also saw people asking about mangas. I love that shit. The only reason I don't is because like I love to read physical copies of stuff, and if I tried to read physical mangas, I'd
go
run out of
broke.
space. I'd go broke and I'd run out of space. So I don't know.
I had to get rid of a lot of
Do libraries have
mangas.
mangas?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll look into that.
But I started or I read the first volume of have you seen they just like rebooted Spider-Man?
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Oh, the comics. I was like
Yeah.
mangas.
We're talking but they rebooted Spider-Man. It's new Spider-Man Ultimate, but it was cool, but I forgot how frustrating it is to read like kind of like one issue at a time.
So small.
So it's like 30 pages. I'm like, okay, like
Yeah.
now what?
I know. People are mentioning books by V.E. Schwab. I want to check out some of them. I've read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and I friggin' love it, so I probably would love those series. I want to get into, later this year, I'm trying to get into some more fantasy series and get through some of them. My brother got me this series, this is like 10 years ago that he got it for me for Christmas. It's called like The First Law trilogy, and it's apparently very similar to like Game of Thrones, where it's like very dark, intense type of stuff. So I'm gonna read those. Yes, people are mentioning Prior to the Orange Tree. I did read that, and it was great.
People are mentioning like Barnes and Noble has, but like, because I mean, what I used to do is, I used to go to Barnes and Noble and read like manga. Like you sit down and you just read the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a library.
I know. If you just don't leave.
Yeah, if you don't leave, dude.
Yeah. But there's so many fantasy series. But I'm gonna read that. What I might get to this year, is Lord of the Rings.
Oh wow.
I've never read it, and I've read The Hobbit.
Who was trying to do that?
I was.
Oh, Alex was trying to do that.
I started it, but then I started Between Two Fires.
Oh, dude,
well,
Between Two Fires. It's like
how far are you into Between Two Fires?
I probably have like a third left.
Oh,
okay,
so
cool.
So you've passed the statue part.
Yes.
Dude, that part messed me up. I was like,
Awesome.
that is crazy.
Someone asked about something, and I don't remember what it was, but I wanted to answer it.
Fourth Wing, I've been hearing about. I hear that's incredible.
Oh, the Poppy Wars. Didn't you
Oh,
read that?
I need to read the Poppy. So I read Babel.
Oh, is that
I
the
read
same
Babel.
author?
It's the same author. That author is crushing it.
Whoa, Andy Serkis reads the Lord of the Rings audiobooks? I did not know that.
Whoa.
That could be fucking
I wonder if
sick.
I should do that. I wonder if I should do the audiobooks. What games are we looking forward to this year? We'll get into what we're looking forward to. We'll have time.
Yeah. I mean, that was something Emily asked me the other day. And I was like, fuck, I don't fucking know.
I don't even know. I don't actually do well with keeping track of what's to come.
Well, I think all the devs kind of blew their load this year.
They really did.
Like, I think they're all kind of in their refractory period,
Yeah.
if you will.
Their creative balls are sucked in right now.
No, but I mean, like every major, like Sony, like put out all that stuff, like they had their like Spider-Man, but apparently they're showing the Indiana Jones video game next week, which I'm gonna be super excited for. And everyone's saying Final Fantasy Part 2, which I
probably will play it. I did play Final Fantasy VII Part 1. I
liked it.
I
Oh,
liked it.
Dragon's Dogma
I
2,
liked it.
I'm very excited for.
Hades 2. Okay, if Hades 2 comes out this year, because I'm skeptical, it will be my favorite game of the year.
Yeah.
Hades and Zelda are just my top two, and it's just really not close after that.
It's not even freaking.
Like even Last of Us used to be like my favorite game. Hades and Zelda are just far above now. What will?
No, I
Oh.
don't think so.
No.
Someone asked if I played Risk of Rain Returns yet. I did, and I had a lot of fun, but it's hard. It gets hard. Did you ever play Risk of Rain? It's fun. Alex, did you play Risk of Rain?
No.
Tim? No, everyone's saying no. Metal Gear Solid Delta. Oh yeah.
Okay.
The Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. I was scared. I got scared. It's us on the screen. No, I was looking for our next faves.
What are our next faves?
So I saw someone say, "What was your favorite drink of 2024?"
Favorite drink.
And someone, and I for me, everyone's like, "Oh," and Spencer's answer is obvious. Like obviously Kickstart, but something else. I got back into Shirley Temples.
Ooh.
Dude, they're fucking good.
Yeah, Shirley Temples go crazy.
Like when they put the cherry in there.
Yeah. I got really back into making tea at the end of last year.
Mm-hmm.
I always do make tea, but I've been making so much of it. Man, if I get home at just at the right time, if I get home at 6 to 6:30, it's still early enough, I make myself a kettle of green tea.
Oh, that sounds nice.
And I'm just like, that's so good, dude. It's so great. And I love drinks where I know it's like, oh, it's kind of good for me, but it's still like, it's nice, and I like that it's I don't know, it's kind of perfect. I'm doing dry January right now, so I haven't drank any alcohol in 10 days, or a little over that, but
I had a fun non-alcoholic beer over.
oh, non-alcoholic beer is the best.
Yeah, it was
Love 'em.
kind of a sweeter one. Shirley Temple's a virgin cocktail. Yeah, kind of. Shirley Temple's is just like grenadine. It's like a cherry Sprite with a cherry in it.
Mhm.
But then someone asked asked with the super chat, and it was like, what would like a dream project? What would something you want to see adapted? And for me, it's like, well, I mean, selfishly, I always think like, I want to adapt it, and that it would have been like Between Two Fires.
Oh, as a miniseries on
yeah, like
HBO?
it could go so hard.
It would be incredible. It works so well because every chapter is kind of its own standalone
Yeah,
story.
but I was like
too.
I was picturing it's a very I was picturing it the whole time. I had a very distinct. Are we doing
Yeah.
more Jackbox vids? I guess we haven't done one in a while.
We probably will though.
Yeah.
People said they only had margaritas and red wine. Those are two things I don't drink much. I don't drink margaritas that often. I don't like sweet stuff. Honestly, last year martinis, loved them. As far as like alcohol goes, is probably my number
So
one.
was that what was the Moose Master question? It was
cocktails.
Yeah, cocktails.
Yeah,
That was fucking. Was that Gentleman's?
that was Gentleman's.
Yeah, favorite Smosh.
Yeah. So let's get into that. What were
Favorite Smosh
our favorite
videos.
Smosh videos?
Okay.
I mean, for me, it's Gentleman's Moose Master, and it's Sniper Chess.
I was so happy with how Sniper Chess turned
Yeah.
out. And I was, I'd been wanting to do that for so
Yeah.
long, so it was very much kind of like a dream come true in a weird way. I'm very curious what other people are going to say. Sniper Chess, I think, was the first one someone said.
But also, like I mean, it did.
Love is Blind is
Love is
so
Blind is
though.
good, but I think I liked Maury more.
Oh, Maury's
Maury was
high
really
up there.
fun. The 5 Nights at Freddy's video was awesome.
Was the Chosen multiverse early last year?
Let me.
Yeah, we need to do another Chosen multiverse
Yeah.
soon, man. I wonder what we'd play. Let's see.
That was our first like earlier this year or last year was like our first like where it was us and we looked at like our gaming, and that was kind of where we got the like that was where we got the whole like guessing idea from was
The guessing stuff was really.
it was like
fun.
oh like what if we guess like the workstation and things
Yeah.
like that.
Um,
And then like a couple of the trying to win challenge.
those were also great. The one where we like literally left the studio.
Yeah.
It's tough to pick a favorite
Yeah.
because we just did so much.
Oh, I did see someone say like in there I saw a comment too where it was like they want to see you versus Courtney do a Trivial Pursuit.
That'd be great.
That would be fun.
That'd be cool.
Or you and Trevor.
Ooh, me and Trevor could be solid.
We want to figure out a way to make it like even more
What
people.
if we do Chosen and Sarah Christ?
That could work.
It'd be impossible.
Yeah.
Amanda as Sarah Christ is just nuts. Culinary Crimes, I really did have a lot of fun on that episode. They cut out so many jokes that I said when we found out that OJ was the secret ingredient.
Dude, someone said,
OJ got away with it.
Someone said Chosen Moose Master.
Chosen Moose Master would be crazy. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, my God. So the podcast on Monday, the Smosh Mouth that drops this coming Monday, Angela's on it, and she attempts a Chosen impression at one point, and hers is the worst one I've heard. It's
way.
The worst one. It's so bad. It's awesome. Like I desperately need.
There's some pretty bad ones.
Ian's is my favorite.
Yeah.
Ian's is so bad, but
no, they're so funny.
The worse they are, the better.
Yeah.
But I also love that because I know that when Ian was in middle school, he was definitely a Chosen.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'm scrolling back through, and Tim's here too. But Tim, Alex, and I remember we worked so hard on that Minecraft, the Pokemon Snap thing. We spent like forever making like. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like this was like 9 months ago. We worked really hard on like making this like course that you could go through, and we placed all the animals and stuff, and we gave them like cameras in Minecraft, and like they would take the pictures and the video, like, and we had like you as like Professor Oak and shit. We're like, okay, like this is like it's gonna be our most successful Minecraft video. It's gonna be called like Pokemon Snap in Minecraft.
Aww.
Dude. It fucking tanked. It did so bad. It did so bad. It was so, but like it's a pretty funny video. Yeah.
Yeah, the Minecraft hide and seek did okay, but everything else.
Minecraft hide and seek was fun. Lizzie was in that. Tim was in that. Tim had his fuck island. No, the finale tanked. Oh, the finale was a blast. Dude, we had like 20 of us in here.
Favorite Ian and Anthony sketch of the year. Honestly, Food Battle made me laugh really hard. Food Battle had some insane parts in it.
There was one.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Was that the one where he's out at dinner? Yeah. Yeah, that one's great.
I like that one, but Food Battle has some parts that just kill me.
Let me look at Smosh Pit. Let me see what my favorite Pit video is.
And then so on Smosh Mouth, definitely the Chosen Sarah Christ episode is just that was so much fun. But otherwise,
I mean, when Who Memed It came back, I'm always a sucker for Who Memed It coming back.
Yeah. God.
And
also,
Smosh Pit theaters have been fun too.
The Let's Do This though on the main channel early last year, there was some bangers, dude. The scammer episode of that is still like it's truly legendary.
That's in a lot. Yeah, the Nobu call, was that last year?
Yeah, that was last year.
I could barely watch that.
It's pretty rough.
There's some good challenge pits too.
Yeah, acting out Angela's middle school group chat really was quite
That was
legendary.
crazy.
That does have Kidney Papped in it, and that's some good shit.
Yeah, I did my first Try Not to Laugh. I did my first like actual Try Not to Laugh.
Wow, there you go.
Look at the Ian and Anthony 2 Truths 1 Lie. I almost have 5 million views.
Wow.
Oh, the dog show was great.
The Smoshminster Dog Show, and it didn't do as well as we'd hoped, but it was still like so much fun.
Yeah, we had
a great time doing it.
Dude, look at Amanda's hair in this thumbnail is so funny. It's so like it looks like Joan Jett.
That's so funny. Yeah, Amanda slowly changing throughout the year. I can't believe Legacy ended last year.
That's insane. We did Legacy and Sword AF season 1.
Yeah, all in a year. Those were both so much fun. Legacy was really like challenging because the game was really complicated, and we always had like a time limit on how fast we had to shoot this because we're trying to shoot other videos. But I look back on it so fondly.
Yeah.
There were so many moments that were so iconic. Same with Sword AF.
Someone said the dude. Okay, no, our favorite streams. We had some good streams.
Ooh.
Someone said Angela drinking paint water.
I mean,
was really.
Yeah.
That would have been like one of the top moments. Let me go to our, because we had some really, dude. Honestly, the Don't Win stream
What was the don't win stream?
It was where we kept flipping it from win to don't
Oh,
win.
that was nuts.
That was really, really fun.
That was nuts.
Dude, honestly, those like 2 back-to-back where we raised like a fuckload of money, that was insane.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, the don't wins are always a blast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the Sims 4 Spencer Mpreg was really funny.
Yeah.
When you and Courtney like, I'm super down to just do more of those. Yeah, we had Boozy painting Anthony for his funeral. Oh, and the one where you and I built Legos and we were doing all the ramps. That was fun.
Oh, that was good.
That was good.
Good time. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah, Smosh Arts and Crafts. Those are like our killer ones. And the Only Up one. That was like our most highly viewed for a while.
Yeah. Man, sorry. Now I'm just thinking about. I don't know why I'm thinking about Love Is Blind again. With the fact that you start. Oh, right. Was Teletubbies last year?
Was it?
No, that had to be 2022, right?
I'm goggling. 10 months ago.
Oh my
It's giving
God.
last year.
Holy shit. Okay. That might be #1 for the main channel for me. That one was so insane, dude.
Can I confess something? I don't think I've seen.
Oh,
I
you
don't think
should
I've
watch
seen this
it.
one.
You should watch it. It's the best reunion.
Wait, is that where she's British?
Amanda is British.
Then maybe I have. I think I was supposed to be in it.
You were?
I think because Keith like wasn't feeling good that day, so they were like,
right.
"Oh, Spencer, like what's like?" And,
Yeah.
And then I pitched a character, and they were like, "Oh, Amanda's doing that," and I was like, "Okay." And then they're like, "Oh, Keith's good." I was like, "Okay."
Behind the scenes fact you don't know about that is, Keith still had his tumor, like he still had cancer. He was feeling like shit that day, to the point where it was like, hey, you don't have to do this, man. Like, but he was like, no, I want to do it. I'm good. But he got through that while I'm sure he was feeling pretty bad. So impressive. But that video is truly one of the funniest things ever. So good. The reunions were a blast. But that one was, that's the one. It's fucking crazy.
Whoa, not the Mario one?
10 months ago?
Dude,
Holy
a lot
shit.
Of these are at 1 million.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
I can't believe that. That's
Amanda's
so
a Beetle was
trippy.
funny. Wait, which episode did Angel's mom come in?
That's Let's Do This.
Yeah.
That's the revenge episode. Let's Do This was so good. I wish it had done better, but
Teletubbies. There's the Pokemon reunion.
and of course the funeral was great.
Dude, Family Guy was last year, right?
Wow.
We thought we fucking ate with that.
That's another one where we worked really hard on it, and it just.
The harder you work, the less views you get. That's.
Yeah.
We had a lot of Family Guy content, and then suddenly Family Guy blew up at the end of the year on Twitter.
Dude, we predicted Family Guy in Fortnite.
We did.
That was crazy. No, we totally thought we were like, dude, like, yeah, we were just too early. We were too early on the Family Guy's back trend.
Just re-upload the video.
Oh, someone said, when is Shane wearing the Chiefs
Fuck.
jersey?
Fuck,
dude. Y'all gotta keep holding us accountable, because we kind of be forgetting sometimes.
And I'm gonna let them forget.
Yeah. Yeah, Catfish Cabin was this year.
What were our favorite quotes? Yeah, come on down to the Catfish Cabin. I think my #1 quote is "Are you ladies done chattering?"
That one's insane. But the one I say that, and then I say the Courtney, which I didn't even fucking. I've only seen the clip where it's the "I'm on my way."
On my way is really good. The #1 quote, to be completely honest, is the NBA. I hear it's like the WNBA, but with all.
Oh yeah.
Is the best. People also talk about Crumb Kake a lot. There's a.
And that's what I call that bitch.
Angela's, and that's what I call that bitch is the. There were some quotes this past year, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But the one I like will say like in like constant conversation is "I'm on my way."
I'm on my way. Do you know that it's from Nanny 911 or whatever?
Is she just quoting the like, you guys are in a crisis, I'm on my way?
That's.
Yeah.
She was just quoting, but
the way Courtney is of the "I'm on my way."
It's what she's wearing too. It's fucking.
She makes it her own.
Yeah, it was so good. I'm on my way.
Poop in the ocean.
Mexican salsa, yes.
Mexican
That's
salsa,
what I call
yeah.
that bitch. The WNBA, but with it's like the WNBA with all dudes. Are you ladies done
Arasha was
chattering?
it book Arasha in a Marvel movie? That was last
That was
year.
last year.
Holy fuck. That's probably what everyone says the most around the office.
I know Damien's.
Yeah. That was, dude, yeah.
I know Damien's. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? I never do crumb cake.
Mexican salsa, yes.
Mexican salsa, yes, is so good.
That's
my purse.
No, when we had Angela talk like what's his face?
Bobby Hill.
That was crazy.
Oh God.
Oh, and the the Papa there in the garden.
Hey.
That I was cracking up during that.
Yeah. You also had Angela thinking 9/11 happened in 2011.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
And Courtney saying that Angela said bitch holes and Angela being like, I don't say that.
Fuck. There were some good ones.
What else?
Venti iced water.
Dude, those chosen, or not that they're chosen. The Gentleman's Moose Master is so fucking good.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
I know.
Um.
So solid. Oh, we also had we had Work.
Oh yeah. What video was that in?
That was that was for Pride Month. That was the gay
You were like,
stories.
Oh, you're
The
like
gay Reddit stories
yeah.
where on the thumbnail they have me doing a face like.
Oh, the homophobic
they showed
thumbnail.
me that and I was like, you kidding me? You're making me look like I hate this.
Oh, because Kiana kept showing it to everyone and we just saw her like busted up laughing.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh, Angela spelling xylophone wrong.
Work? Yeah.
Harash of the South.
Yeah, I am also of the South.
That shit was crazy. Where is the land? Dude, what the fuck is Amanda on? She was just she just says shit in those.
Oh,
man.
Amanda also had, is Chica a woman or a baby?
Oh, that's so good.
Oh my
What is
God.
Woo Gays Gay It Up for?
That's a Reddit one.
Oh,
That's a Reddit
okay.
one. Oh, Chumbawamba. It's not necessarily a quote as much as I just told everyone to harass Ian, and they've continued.
Dude, he did
do
that
so.
to himself.
Oh, he brought it upon himself. I think he was a little bummed out about it at first.
Yeah, no,
And
but I mean,
that made me laugh very hard. No, his pain is very funny to me.
yeah.
Like I farted.
Oh, Day at the Races, Day at the Races.
Day at the races. Day at the races.
I will say, I played a little Mario Party over Christmas, and like all I could do was just like Day at the Races, Day at the Races.
Did you get to play Day at the races?
No, I don't
Day
even.
at
I don't even think it was.
I
in
yell
that
it
one.
because for Don't Win Mario Party, it'd be the best
Yeah.
game to get, and we've yet to get it. Holy shit, Ham Cake was last year. That's right. That Ham Cake was great.
Kake.
Ham Cake.
Yeah, who's Scott Cawthon?
Set Cawthon. Amanda had some good ones out there. Amanda, no, one of my favorite quotes from Amanda is in the podcast where Chosen is asking her what's her training regimen, and I go, what's your training regimen? She goes, I wake up, light a cigarette, and put it out because I quit. And I'm just like, what? What? It's such a fucking nuts way to start.
I fear I'm losing the room.
What was that from?
I don't know. It was something. I think it might have been. The xylophone one.
Yeah, it was herd mentality. Yeah.
It was like one of those, but it's like Angela, and like she's like, I fear I'm losing the room, like because she like makes a joke of like, yeah, that one was crazy.
Ugh.
Oh, the
God.
beep. That one was.
Beep beep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the beep beep. Gay coming through.
Oh God.
Oh, the you're getting glare while I'm getting fucked was really good.
What was that from?
That was the stream. It was because they were like Angela was holding up like her picture or something like that, and that y'all kept like writing on. And like, oh, we can't see it. Like they were getting glare. Yeah.
Oh man, some good stuff. Yeah, WNBA is #1 for me, followed by I'm on my way.
I'm
on my way is very crisp and just a good quote.
Yeah.
Like that's. I'm surprised we haven't made a shirt of that.
I'm on my
I'm
way.
on my way.
I'd wear that.
Yeah, pretty good. Okay. Do I have another category?
Nope. No. I had
Nope.
like I was writing down I was writing down different things. I was thinking like favorite clothing item. Like, is there a piece of clothing you bought that you were like, oh, like I'm really feeling this?
Last year, I started to wear more high-waisted pants, and it was a game changer for me.
I bought those Stan Rays.
Hell yeah, dude. Stan Rays rock.
So I'll be, look out for those. Keep your eyes peeled for those.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I bought anything where I was like, oh, this is it. Something I wore to this shirt I'm wearing underneath this Uniqlo shirt. I just like the
Pretty good.
just like the
Pretty solid. Pretty good.
That's pretty much it.
Hell yeah.
If there was like a favorite YouTube channel that you discovered, because
Okay.
you finally
I've been venturing out and watching.
wait, no, that video hasn't even gone up yet.
Which one?
You guessing top 3 YouTubers.
And I think I've accidentally spoiled some for people.
Because guys, spoiler alert, Shane guesses people based on their top 3.
In the podcast that came out this week, I spoil some of it.
Who? Oh,
Because Trevor's on. We
Shit.
talk about his. So people will know that, but it's fine. You're gonna know it anyways when you see it. Yeah, we did that, and it was challenging. But through that, I got a bunch of recommendations. I will say I watched a ton of video essays this past year.
yeah.
Not just video essays, just long form content. I watched that my house
Oh yeah.
video where he walks through that entire Doom mod, and that was crazy.
Who did that one?
I forget.
Snack Nichols.
But watched Quentin Review's Victorious breakdown. Loved that. H Bomber Guy I finally got into. Holy shit, been missing out on that.
I have not watched that one.
That piracy, or not piracy,
It's essentially piracy.
plagiarism.
Dude, did you pirate my essay?
Yeah, basically. That plagiarism one is crazy. But the oof sound, I think I'm laughing at more.
I need
The
to
oof
watch.
sound is
I need to
so
watch that
insane.
one because that one's really interesting to me.
Um,
Someone said the Angel and Chant show when we might be filming it soon.
Stay tuned.
Might be filmed in this very spot.
Shane guesses everyone's top 3 try not to laugh bits. Huh. That's pretty specific. That'll be tough.
There's
That's
a
tough.
lot.
Like that's I think I
could pick top three bits.
I don't know if I could pick people though based on
Yeah,
that. That's really
no,
hard.
that's true.
No,
and we're cooking on another Shane guesses too.
we're always cooking.
We're always cooking. That's the
Don't worry.
thing. Call us.
Call us
I was gonna say
the bear.
Ratatouille.
the bear.
Call us
way
the
we're always
collective
cooking.
bear. The way we're looking at expensive white T-shirts.
Dude, I can't believe. Just think about it really quick. I can't believe we got into FNAF and tricked Amanda into thinking Matthew Patrick was a true crime guy, and now he's retiring.
I know.
So sad.
Okay, I will say. What there was because like I say Matthew Patrick, and then you say something like, oh, that's one of my favorite quotes. Be like, well, this is all just a theory.
Oh,
When you said that with a straight face, that's one of my favorite, like, just I guess like deliveries.
Oh
like,
man, yeah. I cannot believe we got through that without breaking.
dude, that was fucking.
People are talking about the Chosen trailer, dude. That shit was crazy.
I think I watched it like a month or so ago.
I
It's like,
think- Yeah, but holy shit, man, that's some awesome fan-made content there. I was very impressed by it. I got hyped when the final tag happens. I was like,
who would
holy shit.
play the Chosen in a movie?
Ooh, who would play the Chosen in a movie? It's got to be someone like ridiculous. 20 years ago, Vin Diesel.
No, not anymore, dude. He's canceled.
No, not Vin Diesel. Let's see.
Matt Pat.
Not Matt Pat. No, it's got to be someone who's like legit,
Dude,
but still
Barry,
kind of funny.
Barry Kogan.
Barry, what?
How do you say his last fucking
Barry
last name?
Coogan?
What?
No, it's got to be
Barry
someone
Keoghan?
badass.
Dude, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is,
yeah,
but Tom
yeah.
Cruise is too old now.
But
I
I'm saying
think.
like young Tom Cruise.
Oh, Tom Cruise would be perfect.
No, here's the thing.
Keanu Reeves would also be perfect.
Here's
but
the
he's,
thing. Old Tom Cruise. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's true. You could do like The Chosen's retired.
Danny
like
DeVito.
it takes place
Steve
in the future.
Zahn would be crazy. Nick Cage.
No, I
Michael
want it to be an
Cera.
actual. I want it to be an actual like action
Hank.
star. That would be what's funny. Ryan Gosling, I don't think he could. I don't know if I see him pulling it off. Ryan Reynolds, no.
Dude, Danny McBride would be insane.
Actually, that rocks. Oh, Jason Statham.
Statham.
Jason Statham as the
he's
Chosen.
Chosen.
Oh, I'm the Chosen. Because he's got a little bit of that Chosen like.
He's got
Whatever.
Chosen energy, dude.
John Cena.
Toby Maguire.
Let's see.
Dude, young Toby Maguire would be so fucking funny.
Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, possibly.
Tom Hardy.
Fred Savage. Tom Hardy could be a good one.
Tom Hardy could do anything, dude.
Yeah, I fully believe that.
Kevin Hart. He's got the height, bro.
Taron Egerton.
I feel like he could get into that role.
Taron Egerton could rock it. Channing Tatum.
Danny Glover, hear me out. Donald Glover.
Okay.
Danny Glover would be so fucking funny.
Mike Tyson.
Can someone edit Danny Glover from Angels in the Outfield as
Glenn
the Chosen?
Howerton could.
Glenn Howerton or who plays Mac? Rob Mc.
No, not Rob McElhenney. He's too silly. Like I want someone who's like a dramatic actor.
Yeah.
Playing the Chosen because that would be ridiculous.
Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, pretty good. Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill would be a Chosen. He wouldn't be the lead Chosen.
Dude, Josh Hutcherson.
No.
From the Whistle meme.
No.
Cillian Murphy.
Not bad.
Dude.
Not action-y.
I saw the fucking picture, or it's like the fucking from what's that fucking show he's on? Peaky Blinders, where so the lady comes up into the hospital. She's like, "Oh, like you need to be wearing a mask in here," and she walks away. And he's like, "I am wearing a mask." Like that's the most Chosen shit in the world.
That is really.
Dude,
funny.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson as the Chosen is very.
Dude, I mean, look at his Batman or his like.
Yeah, his Batman is the Chosen.
Bill Hader.
So Matthew
McConaughey.
Robert Pattinson might be my number one.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Yeah, I think he would go like method.
Yeah, he'd fully go into it. He'd be eating Doritos.
Timothy
Mountain
Chalamet is
Dew.
the Chosen.
Oh, actually, really funny.
Well, he is a Chosen, dude. If you have modded controllers in any way, you are a fucking. Someone said Jeremy Allen White. I could honestly see that.
Jeremy Allen White, like if we're going like, okay, who's the closest
to looking like
it, then Jeremy Allen White. No. Jeremy Allen White's really bringing in the new year strong for Short Kings. He's been really killing it.
There's dude, you know who I didn't realize was a Short King? Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, he's like my height.
That's crazy.
I want to say he's like literally my height.
Yeah. I would think I know he looks
because he's so slim.
Yeah.
It's a lot of actors are that way. There's a couple others who are surprisingly short.
What if it turns out Tom Cruise is like actually tall as hell?
That he's actually.
Dude, Jerma is the Chosen.
Jerma is the Chosen.
Will Poulter would be nuts. That'd be scary. Or who plays Pennywise?
Oh.
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, one of the Skarsgårds.
Yeah, any of the Skarsgårds.
The Skarsgårds
could
be Chosens.
Yeah,
they could be Chosens. Kieran Culkin. Actually, don't hate that. No, he's a little too frantic. He needs to be very controlled. Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't hate that.
He's basically the Chosen in
Michael Cera is a good one, but that'd be a different vibe.
Bradley Cooper, if he really wants that Oscar.
Yeah.
He'd do all these prosthetics.
Yeah, he'd get really into it. Cool. Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen, that's my number one.
Wow.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be a good Chosen.
All right, what else? I had a couple other on here. Is there a favorite like food dish or like restaurant you went to this year?
Do you have an answer?
I was thinking, and I'm not going to dox myself because there's so many. But what is it? Bakari?
Bakari is pretty good.
Bakari. There's like 4 or 5 around LA. So good. Some of the best like pita I've ever had. Some of the best steak I've ever had. And then the West Coast is finally getting Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's, man.
Dude,
solid shit.
Yeah.
I've got a gift card. I need to use it.
No way.
I know. I got a gift card for Christmas. I just, the line, I feel like the lines that...
It's chilled out. It's chilled out a lot.
Okay, then I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I don't know. I don't know otherwise.
So anyone take Andrew? Like, have you been to Nobu?
I have been to Nobu.
I've never
Nobu's
been.
really solid, but it's not my favorite sushi place. Nobu's fancy, you know. It's just like you're paying for like the extravagance, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's fun. It's a fun as a one-off, like if you're celebrating something. But otherwise, I'm like, with these rich people go there all the time, and I'm like, I there's better sushi. Like you're not really getting like the sushi experience because you're getting more like
Yeah.
craziness. So I don't know if I would say that. There's a restaurant in LA that's truly one of my favorites called Major Domo. It's by the
What part of
same.
town is that in?
That's downtown.
Oh shit.
But it's so good. Love it. Love that shit.
What kind of food is it?
It's like a fusion, so it's like Korean fusion.
Okay, say less.
It's fantastic.
Have you ever had Pizzana? There's a few of them around LA.
No, but I've heard of that.
Pretty fucking good.
I need to check out that place that Ian loves. That
Oh, Pizza Palace.
Teja Palace.
It was fine.
Okay.
I think like, I don't know. It was a little. I think it was a little overhyped, and it was packed. You were ass to ass in there.
Wait, you know who I just realized, thinking back, could be a solid chosen? Because people are like,
Yeah.
what about women too as chosens? Because I think anyone could play the chosen. Because it's like you got a multiverse. Someone who I think could crush a chosen is Hunter Schafer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, Hunter Schafer.
Oh,
as the
she's got the
chosen.
hair for it.
Bro, she would just bring it. Like,
Well, I don't think I'd be able to unsee Courtney's chosen
yeah,
because I think they have similar hair. And
definitely.
especially if the hair's like pulled back, which I like. I think you kind of have to. If you've got long hair as the chosen, like you kind of have to do it in
you pull it back, but then you have some that like go in the front, like
Yeah.
a Ronin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saoirse Ronan also.
Oh no, dear, hear me out. Olivia Colman,
Oh.
old man chosen.
She would be like the Q.
Yeah.
Like for James
Someone
Bond.
said Sandra Bullock, dude. I say Sandra Bullock for anything.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock's. I don't know if I'd buy her as a chosen as much. I think you have to be a chosen in real life in order to play it.
Yeah. Someone said Maya Hawke, dude. Maya Hawke in Asteroid
City.
I was like, damn, like they have her doing the same thing in every movie or slash every show. It's like the very like kind of like bubbly, but also like a little confused. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about the whole cast of Bottoms as chosens?
A lot of them could play chosen.
I think the guy who played Jeff in that, Anya Taylor-Joy as a chosen would be so fucking funny.
Oh, Anya Taylor-Joy would crush as a chosen.
Jamie Lee Curtis as a chosen.
No,
Dude.
I don't see that. I don't see Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, I do. That's crazy you don't see that.
No, I don't. I don't.
John Pork.
John Pork is chosen. Let's be real. John Pork is fully chosen.
And let me see if I had.
Do you have a favorite musician? Because as you know, I am starting to listen
Shane's
to
getting
music.
into. Shane's getting into.
I'm getting
music
into
this year.
music this year, guys. One of my resolutions was to listen to albums. I've been doing that.
Have you listened to any albums this week?
Yeah, I listened to. Well, I told you. This is on the podcast. It'll come out in a couple weeks. But I told you I listened to Ice Spice's album. Loved that, dude. I like Ice Spice a lot. And then I listened to here. I've got some that I was listening to.
I've got some music right here on my phone.
Here, did you know that there's apps that have music? It's pretty cool.
Shane's got Tidal.
Yeah, so I've been listening to the same album over and over again. I was listening to one this morning that's pretty dope called Red Moon and Venus by Kali Uchis. I'm bad with the pronunciation of these.
That's
artists.
crazy.
But it's like an R&B type of vibe,
Okay.
I think. And then I was listening to this other album the other day called With a Hammer by Yeji. Sick as hell.
Kind of
Sick shit.
kind of music is that?
It was very experimental. It was all over the place.
Sorry, I saw one more chosen pitch, and it's the guy Alan Richson from The Reacher.
Oh yeah, he's a chosen.
Oh yeah, Avenged Sevenfold did have an album out last year. It was like their first in like 10 years. Yeah, Alex and I were trying to think of like what album we show Shane.
Oh, I do need to download that SZA album.
What was that one called?
The one that's got Kill Bill on it and stuff.
Oh, Kill Bill's a really good song.
Yeah.
I like her other one more. The one where she's outside in the grass.
Okay.
My Morning Jacket. Yeah, I used to listen to those guys a lot. Plans for different sniper chests. We're working on it.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We were just talking about that earlier today. We're like, how do we follow that up? 100 Gex. We were just playing 100 Gex before the stream started because we were playing this Disney skateboarding song and it had some ska in it. And I was like, my favorite ska song of last year was the 100 Gex ska song. Yeah. Yeah, 10,000 Gex. Is that the name of the album?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first one was 1,000 Gex. Let's get Shane into Yes. Dude, honestly, Yes has some bangers. You probably know if you've listened to rock radio.
Oh, OK Computer. I did listen to a bunch of that album.
Dude, that's
a good album.
That Amanda joke that's coming up on the pod.
What did she say?
She was like, "Okay, computer," and then she was like,
"Oh yeah." So this
like,
is on the
oh,
podcast.
yeah.
This is 2 weeks from now. I go, "Yeah, I listened to OK Computer by Radiohead," and Amanda goes, "Oh, Spencer probably likes that because it has computer in it." It was so good. Yeah, there's a lot of people are saying things that I heard in the favorite artists when I was guessing people. I heard Boy Genius. A lot of people saying Hozier. Hell yeah. Fleet Foxes I've heard
"Dude,
of.
System of a Down. We put you on Mesmerize.
Okay.
We put you on Steal This Album."
Okay. Sounds good. I'm in. Sweet. Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of Tessa Violet stuff. I love Tessa Violet. Her music rocks. But I don't listen to albums. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I hear individual songs. That's what I've always done. I'm just like, okay, cool. My Spotify sucks because of how I listen to music, how I just listen to individual songs. I don't have like a vibe that I'm following consistently. And it's a lot of video game music also mixed in there.
Yeah.
So it just really throws it off. So I need to find some more consistency.
So I'm just reading all these albums that everyone listens to.
Damn, people.
Dude, there's a lot of music out there.
So people listen to music.
So chat's kind of telling me like they're into music.
Interesting. So I didn't realize other people liked music.
Oh
like
yeah,
this.
someone said Beach House. I feel like you'd fuck with Beach House.
What's Beach House.
Well, it's called Dream Pop.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean kind of. But it's what it's like. It's very like ethereal. It's really good. Julian Casablancas' first solo album. Hot take. I liked his newer ones more. Yeah, dude. Honestly, some of the earlier Strokes albums, Room on Fire, probably would be one of my favorite albums.
People are saying Sabrina Carpenter and stuff, which I initially laugh at that you're pitching Sabrina Carpenter to a 32-year-old man, but I have admitted that my first album I started this year off with was Olivia Rodrigo's, and I thought it was really good. That album truly feels like it came out in 2007. Like I was just like, oh, this sounds like what I was listening to when I was a teenager. It was really good. I do like all kinds of music, so there's really not a wrong suggestion. It's just funny to me.
Yeah.
Like me is just this dude being like, I'm trying to listen to music. Just like Sabrina Carpenter. It's just, but I probably would like it. And I do listen to a lot of like individual K-pop songs, and they're awesome.
Yeah.
Because K-pop reminds me of like 90s pop.
No, there's some bangers. Well, I mean, what they've done a lot. I don't know. I was in the mall the other day and I heard like they were playing New Jeans, like different New Jeans songs in different stores, and I was like, that's crazy. I like New Jeans.
Cool. Yeah, I've heard some New Jeans stuff, and I really liked it. I'll just maybe pull on one of those albums, and that works great for me because like. And this is the case for some of these artists that I just mentioned, where like not all the lyrics are in English. But I don't do well with lyrics. I don't really hear lyrics.
What if you had
too
subtitles?
Well. Yeah, subtitles for music, or just like a narrator that's saying the lyrics slower as they're singing it. So K-pop is often the jam because I'm just into the beat and the rhythm of the lyrics.
You know what they say?
Knowing.
The beat will go on.
Yeah.
Guys, that's about all the time we have for today. We gotta figure out what we're gonna snipe next.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Bare Naked Ladies, little BNL.
Ooh.
5SOS.
Okay, maybe I'll just listen to Bare Naked Ladies all year.
Different, yeah. I listened to a different Bare Naked Ladies album every day for 3 years.
Yeah.
Guys, it's been great. We'll have a we'll release kind of our streaming schedule pretty soon. We're still finalizing it, but it's probably not going to be weekly. It's probably not going to be the same cadence. We might be taking shoot weeks off, but we're still working on it. We're still getting back into the groove of things. But our first Sunday, I think, is when our usual shit resumes, right, Lizzie? The usual business. Yeah, we got some good ones coming up. We got some really good ones this weekend and next week. So stay peeled. Stay peeled.
Stay peeled, Ben.
Peel yourself, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
All right. See ya.